Welcome back to Gloucester Wild Camping. Well, I've not said too much on this journey to where I'm camped at the moment. This is a route I have done a couple of times now, and it's the route to lower shelf stones and higher shelf stones. And tonight I have camped at lower shelf stones. And the reason why is because it's a Friday, it's beautiful, and most of all, my beautiful wife has allowed me to go for another camp. So bless her, she's brilliant. Viv, shout out to you, love you lots, thank you so much. And it's beautiful weather, there's a bit of a wind, but it's still pretty warm, lovely and sunny. I'm hoping for a wonderful sunset, which will be probably in about half an hour's time, I'd say. So I'm all camped up. You'll have seen footage already of the campsite. I'm right near some rocks just over there, and this is a lovely spot, and I actually scoped this spot out last time when I was walking back from my camp at higher shelf stones. Now the second camp I did at higher shelf stones, I didn't actually film that one because I've already done it, but I did take some footage of Ferny Hole, which is the little cave that I thought I'd found the first time, but hadn't in fact found it. I was literally a stone throw away from it. So I'll chuck some footage in at some point in this video showing you Ferny Hole, and the hope tonight really is to just try and get some really excellent footage. I've got quite a few things on this camera I'm using that I've lots of modes and things like that I didn't realise existed, so I've been doing a little bit of research just to find out its full capability. It's probably a bit windy for a drone flight, although I might give it a go later, maybe just keep it low around the rocks or something. But I do want to get that sunset, and hopefully I'm going to try my first attempt at a time lapse tonight using this camera, because it has actually 3 different types of time lapses, so I'm going to give that a go. So I will see you in a bit. So I'm going to talk you through what we have for tea tonight. And tea tonight has to be described in a slightly more posh accent, because we've bought a lot of it from M&S. That's right, Marks and Spencer's, only the best. So what have we got? Okay, so for our main course, in fact, you know what, let's have that view as the backdrop here. So main course, wholesomely spiced hot chicken curry from M&S Food. Oh yes, can you smell it even though it's in the tin? Can't wait for that. Hope that's really as nice as I expect it is. Of course it'd be rude not to have some nice pilau rice with that. And notice the reduced stickers there. Roast chicken slices, nice. For snacks we have Heinz powdered tomato soup, excellent stuff. Also for snacks, good old Walker's baked cheese and onion flavour, although salt and vinegar would have been preferred, but I am not going to complain. For drinks, got various teas and things others, but these are my favourite at the moment. Costa Coffee cream cappuccinos, and I brought a little bit of milk with me as well to make them extra creamy, so that's delicious. And then to finish off and clean my mouth out. Our mouth, I love that. Clean my mouth out. There's only one of me here. Keep talking like there's a few of us.
Maybe there is. There's few of us here. More than one person.
Yeah, Peppersmith, beautiful stuff. So look at that. In the distance there, you won't be able to see it yet, but we do have Manchester. The sun is going to be going down at, well, let's see, what time is it now? It's just gone 5 to 9. Sunset's normally around 9:30, 9:45 this time of year. So hopefully going to get some time lapse of that a bit later on. For now, I'm just going to chill with my brew, and then once that time arrives, I'll set the camera up and see if we can get a nice time lapse. Okay, so the time's 20 to 11. I've had that lovely curry. I've tried taking some photos out there, and I'll probably take one more in a minute with the tent glowing because it looks really cosy. Again, excuse me, well, that's just fallen over. Again, time just absolutely flies when you're camping in summer. So the sun didn't go down till about sort of 20 to 10. And just before you know it, it's going to be midnight. I've not done anything yet. So the last thing that remains to do really is to have some whiskey, and I'm having some Jack Daniel's honey tonight. I've got about half a hip flask full of that stuff. It's very nice. It's very sweet. I wouldn't rate it as highly as I would a Scotch, but it's a different kind of drink really. Very enjoyable nonetheless. The plan is in the morning to go back via Yellow Slacks, which is a route I have done before, but not from Lower Shelfstones. I got onto there from Shelf Benches, but I think it might be actually more straightforward. I think there's the path that takes you over Yellow Slacks Brook from here. I'll check that out again in the morning, but I'm pretty sure that's the way I'll be going. So anyway, I'll bid you all a very good night, and don't have nightmares. Good night. I could just sit here and look at that view for hours. I'm in my sleeping bag, just chilling, and that is just superb. So if you can see that single bright star in the sky over there, just above where the rocks are, it's just magical, it really is. I knew this was going to be a good position, and I was absolutely right. Well, good morning. You join me on a lovely sunny morning. Still a bit of wind around, but all in all very, very nice. Didn't sleep so well. Very, very patchy. In fact, I was awake anyway at about sort of, 4 o'clock in the morning. So I thought, you know what, why not see the dawn break? I haven't seen the dawn break for years. I think I've only seen it happen about once or twice in my life. Anyway, I've got a good old croak on this morning. I was born under a wandering star. Can only do that with the morning voice. It's like a flipping teenager most of the time. So I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy the morning voice. In fact, I could try it with a different accent, couldn't I? Like, the sun rose over a scorched earth. The distant lights of the city, one by one, were extinguished. As life began, and the human beings rose for another day of their reign. What do you think of that? Is that good? Anyway, the plan this morning is go over to the there's another clump of rocks over to the left hand side here, which is actually lower shelf stones. We're not far from it at all, but I'm going to do a drone flight around there if the wind will let me, and then I'm going to make my way probably on this path here past these stones. I think this path, I'm going to check the map, but I'm pretty sure that this path will lead in the direction that we want to, towards Yellow Slacks, and drop back down into Old Glossop that way. So yeah, should be a lovely morning. So just packed up. That's where I was. You know the score. As always, we leave no trace. Well, I've really taken it easy this morning. Had a nice lazy one. It's now 9:05. And the idea, I'll just get up onto this bank here. I'll show you where I intend to go. So, straight in front of us there, that is, I'm pretty sure, Dog Rock. So, I don't know whether I'm just going to have to go cross country here to try and get to a path that leads down to Yellow Slacks Brook and across to Yellow Slacks itself. But it's not that far, as you can see. Anyway, let's make a move. So this is Yellow Slacks Brook, just about flowing. Quite different from last time I was here when it was in full flow. So all I've got to do now to get onto the path is just get up to this bank here. Just a little climb and I'll be on the path. So that's where we've come from, top of there. Lower shelf stones, of course. And we just crossed over Yellow Slacks Brook, which is basically in front of us there. Yellow Slacks Brook turns into this amazing gorge. Now over there, right in front of us, I'll see if I can zoom in. So those rocks there is where the little cave is, and that's also the vicinity of Ferny Hole. And we're about to come to a feature here called Dog Rock, which I have mentioned before because this is the path I've taken in the video I did. I think it was the shelf benches video. So that's this formation right here. In fact, we can actually see the back of shelf benches just over there as well. Basically this little mound here. We'll see the front of it with the stone cliffs as we continue further on around the path. Well, pretty much past all the interesting stuff now. This is the last descent until I get to the main path there, which leads back to Old Glossop. So I think I'll probably sign off at this point. Again, what can I say? It's been amazing. There's a really lovely warm wind today. Really does feel like summer now. So I'll sign off there. And I just want to thank you all for supporting the video so far. Please do like and subscribe, but more importantly, if you would comment, that'd be great, because of the comment section, that's why I went out with Steve from Hengist Wild Camps the other day, because we started talking in the comments. So it's just a fantastic way of meeting people with like minds. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you probably next week when I'm doing another camp with Tim. Now the aim is to go to a place called Crome Hill near Buxton. Again, it's going to be weather dependent, but we'll go somewhere and we'll definitely camp somewhere. So see you next week. God bless, have a great week.
Lord, when I see your beauty all around me, I can feel my spirit soar. Lord, when I hear the distant thunder calling, it's nature's fanfare to the King. Your breath is in the wind, won't you
found ferny hole. Show the outside in a minute, but that's the entrance over there. So a bit of a drop down into it. There's a lot of loose rocks around here, so it may well be that the passages could go further, but we've got a sort of blocked passage down there. Got this little box here where someone's left with some pens and paper in it, so I've just signed Glossop Wild Camping in there. And I've had a quick look down that hole. Doesn't seem to go any further really. Still, what a cool feature to find. So glad I found it at long last, my goodness. Took long enough.